Rolling.
I'm gonna let you intro, big dog.
Let me intro.
Come on.
Wow, yeah. Look, this has been a long time coming, to be honest.
It has been.
Long time in the making. It's a hard man to get a hold of. But very pleased and happy to have my not so little brother, Jacob Preston, on today on the potty with us, big dog.
EMP podcast.
Hey, what a pleasure.
Welcome, big dog.
Thanks, lads. It's about time we got on, eh? It's been
We need some marketing. Some real marketing.
Harry Hayes beat me to it.
Maybe no, literally. Well, we had that chat the other
Oh,
week.
yeah.
We won't call it a potty, but
We'll get Harry on. Right?
yeah.
A duo, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'll be good actually. Get you two rough heads on the camera. But yeah, no, it's really good to have you on, bro. Have a bit of a chat and just talk about, I guess, your career to date, the journey it's been, where you started to where you are now, and the ins and outs, the ups and downs throughout that time, and then wrap up at the end, maybe some.
Yeah, just give it.
Things like that for some
Just give an
youngsters out there.
insight into actually
Yeah.
what it takes and your journey to the NRL stage, bro. Obviously, Luke would have witnessed it a lot closer than I have, and just to give an insight on what it takes actually to get there, and just some knowledge to the young kids that want to try and pursue that career and actually aim for that.
100%, yeah, 100%. We'll get into it then, eh?
Yeah, 100%. How was the last 4 weeks?
Yeah, no,
Away.
it's been awesome. Obviously, I got to head over to England on the Ashes tour. I learnt so much whilst I was over there. It was kind of I call it say sick to be hanging out with people that you kind of idolise growing up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's pretty surreal.
Yeah, it's
really.
kind of I walked into the room. We met up at a hotel just out near the airport on day one, and it was just when everyone was walking in, you had blokes like Munster, Cleary, Angus Crichton. You know what I mean? You're just amongst the best of the best, and it was just like, you kind of go back to being a little kid, and like 4 or 5 years ago, I was delivering the mail, watching these blokes play, and now you're kind of learning and hanging out with them. It's pretty cool.
It's like kind of pinch yourself moment, because obviously you love football still, and now you're doing it professionally.
Yeah.
And then when you kind of like, it's been a quick journey, 2-3 years, or your third year first grade, in the Australian squad, touring with them, and yeah, man, that's it's a big experience and something you always remember.
Yeah, 100%. And I learnt so much on tour. So much just being with the quality of players I was around it was an awesome experience, and we made some good memories.
Awesome. How did it all happen? Did Kevy V call first? You had a little tip off, or?
Yeah, I kind of I got told I was into like an extended kind of squad, which is no guarantee to be going. So I was just kind of told at the end of the season just to stay fit just in case, and kind of did that. And then the day the squad was announced, I was having a swim at Port Macquarie up the coast for a couple of days, and I actually missed his call, the first call. So I found out by the press conference.
Presto call.
Yeah. But it was awesome, and that day was pretty special. I remember I was just sitting up in the apartment once I got back from the beach, and was kind of confirmed that I was in, and there was a couple phone calls to those close to me, and Big Dog can speak about that. I was quite emotional, and it was definitely a tear shed. It was pretty cool, just to kind of be given that chance. It was awesome.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Yeah, very surreal. What was probably the biggest takeaway that you took away from going away for a tour like that and surrounding yourself with those high caliber players?
It's how they get themselves ready to perform at training, how hard they go, I guess. When you're at training, it's time to switch on, rip in, and they train hard.
And you notice a difference from like obviously that level to back down to like that NRL level on a week-to-week basis, like.
Oh no, not necessarily. To be honest, I think if you're playing NRL, you're training hard regardless. But I think just little intricacies. Some players do, like obviously Nathan Cleary with his extras is second to none. Like he's number one. Like he's out there probably an hour longer than everyone else. Just stuff like that. Just learning from that, knowing that you're never perfect. There's always things you can improve on.
100%.
100%. Did someone surprise you on the tour? Obviously, the caliber of player is, the elite of the elite. Did someone surprise you that you were like, holy shit, I didn't expect that, or their skill level was a higher standard than you probably thought it was? Was there a player that stands out to you?
No, not really. I think
Or was there strength or something like? one?
Yeah, no, I think it was pretty cool just to watch Reece Walsh do his thing. I guess he's been in some pretty good form.
Quick, isn't he?
Towards the end of the year, and it was pretty cool to kind of watch him do his thing. He does all the stuff at training, then goes out in the field and does the same thing. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, amazing.
But no, I wouldn't say anyone surprised me. I think to get to that level, you have to kind of be a good trainer. You have to be ready to rip in, and that's what they all were ready to do.
Actually, one thing like the cameras can't say. Obviously, the cameras on the footy field is, as fans, they watch it, live, and you see things differently to say a player. But there's someone on the field, like communication-wise, you're like that's got so much knowledge and direction on the field. Was someone like Isaiah Yeo? Was that very surprising how he's kind of directs the whole ruck? And
he's I think the biggest thing with Yoey was just seeing how he led the boys, his leadership skills, and it was pretty cool to kind of experience. He was, how he addresses a playing group at training, summarises what we've done in the session, what we need to improve on, what we've done well. He just summarises it all, and really sets you up day by day leading into the game to get you going.
Because obviously different leadership styles in a group like that, because obviously the elite of the elite, and you've got there'll be a few club captains in our Australian side in there. And
you've obviously got someone like Harry Grant, Yoey, even Cleary in his own respect, and they probably all got, like I said, different leadership skills. Probably some are more driven by their actions and others are driven by their words, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. And that was cool because obviously Yoey copped a head knock game 1, and Harry got the chance to captain game 2, and it was cool seeing the different kind of leadership styles, but obviously both very highly skilled and talented players that work hard on their game as well. So no, it was cool to kind of experience different styles, and both are very, very good at what they do.
Awesome. All right, let's rewind a bit, eh?
Yeah,
let's go back to the very start.
Back to the beginning.
Yeah. Where it all started.
Let's go.
Let's get
Eagles.
dirty.
Paris Eagles.
Yeah. Literally, like where it started. Like, when did you start playing rugby league?
Yeah, it was under 8s. I actually spent my first 2 or 3 years in soccer, playing for Belrose Terry Hills.
BTH, remember
BTH, the Raiders. But then, it was probably about time. I was 7, going in under 8s. I wanted to play footy. You know what I was like when I was a kid. I was just a footy nut.
Yep. Angry redhead.
He couldn't.
Destroy bomb.
Luke was putting bombs up to me.
And shoulder
4 or
charges.
5, yeah. By the time I was under 8, it was time to play rugby league, and got down to Belrose Eagles, and as soon as I played, I just fell in love with it. I know there was 2 sides in our age group, and if I got asked to play in both sides that day, I'd just jump at the opportunity. It's like, get me there. I want to play. I just loved the game, and from that day onwards, I was just obsessed. Used to get the big league every week.
Yep.
Used to be obsessed with the magazines. There used to be these posters in the big league, and I rip out the posters every week, and I had my whole wall of all different players from different clubs all over the wall. So I was just obsessed with the game, and that's kind of where it started.
That's so good, eh?
Yeah.
Just loves it.
I remember it.
Was the Mole's the rugby league week? Was he the old?
Nah, big league. This was big league.
Oh, big league.
Yeah, it was kind of a rivalry. It was big league and rugby league magazine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
I think every Friday the big league would come out.
Something like that, I think it was. Yeah.
$5 every Friday.
Well, you certainly didn't pay for it. Still don't. That's another story.
I said, G up. I bought the boys coffee.
First lunch in 20 years.
That's so good. Extension.
Yeah.
So what, you started at 8 years old, playing at Belrose Eagles, and you stayed there your whole junior club, or?
Yeah, so that was until under 13s, I believe, because I went to St Augustine's, which was a rugby union school. So I found it a bit hard to play both at the time, but I juggled it, and then a lot of my mates from school were going to play rugby league down at the Forestville Ferrets, so I did a year there with them as well, and then throughout the years, my high school years, kind of in and out, couple of different clubs on the beaches, just following mates, and I'd say Belrose is kind of my junior club. Yeah. Obviously, I helped out at Narrabeen a fair bit as well with Luke playing. What was your T-boy when you won your A-grade competition in 2014? I think I did a couple of years just helping you out wherever Luke kind of floated around. But Belrose would be my junior club, and I'm proud to say that.
Yeah. I was there as well.
You play for everyone.
I played for everyone.
How many do you clubs do you have?
I don't know.
Like Brett Fitch.
I lived in about 5 different houses. So.
Oh, that's so good. So obviously, then you went to St Augustine's, and then you started your junior rep career.
Yep.
So at Norths.
Yes.
Is that your first one?
No. So I played one development game at Manly.
One development game.
And I was under 14s, I think. Very young. Yeah, it was 14s. And yeah, didn't really play too well, to be honest. And yeah, went from there. Didn't really get opportunity. And when I was at Forestville and under 15s.
Yeah.
Kind of got scouted to go have a kind of trial game at North Sydney.
Yeah.
Which was an under 15s development squad, and I went and played there, and from there they offered me a entry into the Haramats the following year, and it just went on from there.
How good's that?
So backtracking from that though, right? You actually went through a fair bit of adversity.
Yeah, well that was once I got the Haramats.
That's like that after.
Haramats was the year I had.
Was that the first year?
That was the first year, yeah. So that was under 16s. I would be 15 at the time though.
15 at the time.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
They've let some players go, man, haven't they, over the years? Some a few good players.
Luke Preston.
No. Ball boy.
Oh god, nah.
That's so good.
So that was under 15s. Yeah, okay.
So no, 16s was when kind of.
So let's dive into that.
Yeah.
So you're playing. Was that during the Haramat season, or that was a trial?
So it was a catch-up game.
That's
It was a catch-up game. So I played about eight games of Haramats. I was actually playing pretty good footy. I was playing 5'8". We weren't going too well, but
you were in the halves.
Yeah, I was
you're
playing
halfback. Remember that? I was
a bit of 7, bit of 6.
Yeah.
And it was going good. And then we had a catch-up game against Illawarra on a Wednesday night. I just kind of got in an awkward position running the ball, and my leg got kind of caught under, and I just remember the pain straight away. It was pretty bad, and ended up being a pretty severe tib and fib fracture. So broke both bones in my leg, and it was definitely tough doing that. And when you're saying that, I felt like it probably set me up to become the person I kind of became, which was falling in love with training. Obviously, Luke helped me out significantly with that.
Hugely.
We were training actually next door
in the shed.
In the shed.
Yeah, I remember seeing those pictures.
Yeah.
So, Big Dog, what was the things you really want to reiterate to Jakey through that period when he was going through those tough times and the injuries and the setbacks? Obviously, because you know exactly, you wanted to play rugby league professionally in your career, and you knew how good he was and what he wanted to do. Yeah,
and that's probably the biggest thing is the fact that I couldn't make it myself, and I knew from the get-go, like watching him as a youngster coming through, that he had the potential and he could get there. And so whatever I could do to help support and guide him, over the years, I was going to do that.
Yeah.
As a big brother. So during that time, obviously he was working with other physios and things like that with his rehab and stuff like that. And then once that we got through that, then he was with me pretty much every day. I think the biggest thing for me was just ensuring that he was turning up, turning up, putting in the work, 1% things every day, day in, day out, staying disciplined. We got him eating properly, learning a bit more about nutrition, things like that. And for me, like I always say, just focusing on the journey, not even worrying about what's going to happen in 2 weeks, 12 months, whatever it is. Day by day, turn up, rip in, do what needs to do, and wherever that takes him, it takes him.
Yeah.
And then that was about a 12-month injury of building and rehabbing and essentially getting you stronger. And I think you put on
20 kilos.
20 kilos.
Jesus.
I came back pretty much.
You went a half.
No, I tried to come back as a 5'8", but no. I think Peter Palmer was my SG ball coach at the time, and he's like, mate, you're moving into the middle, and I played pretty much lock from there. And
so 20 kilos, and then the funny thing is that year I was his strength and conditioning coach for SG Ball for his first game back after his injury. I've got a photo, and it's the most special photo. We were warming up together, doing tackling before the game.
He got the pad, and that was pumping him. He's like, this wasn't him 12 months ago. No, I'm joking.
But that's a moment I'll never forget. Like that was pretty
So
cool.
special.
Sydney Ovals, yeah.
Like you would never, that's something that no one can take away from me. And first came back, and then from there, that's just history, really. So
Or actually, I did end up probably coming back a bit early.
a bit too early,
because I did do a little bit of a refracture in my leg after that.
yeah.
But that wasn't, I was playing school footy, rugby.
I think that was more just a bit of an overload thing.
It was more. I think I ended up getting the stuff taken out of my leg, and probably just just took wasn't completely ready.
Yeah.
But when I came back in that Canberra game, I felt
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So we went to St Augustine's, obviously rugby union school.
Yeah.
Did you have ever any opportunities pursuing that, or was it always just league, or was there anyone come to you?
No, I was never that. I always felt like I was more suited to rugby league, to be honest. Just in general, I always
How you played?
Yeah, how I played. I enjoyed playing rugby. I made probably my final year of school. I probably started to actually understand the game a bit more, and I made a couple of school rep teams, I guess. But it was never really my goal. I think NRL was always the goal I always wanted to chase. Whether I always believed I was going to get there, that's a different story. As Luke would probably know, it's like there was probably years towards the later years where it was like, well, maybe it's not going to happen. But that was always my life goal was to play in the NRL. Yeah.
Going on that, when did it actually become reality that you're like, shit, I can make it here?
Yeah, probably not till my first year of flag at the Roosters.
Yep.
Like that, and that's when I was 19, 20. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
There was years, especially during COVID, where it was like, oh, my pathway is going to be blocked here due to the circumstances, I guess, of what was going on with COVID, where I was in terms of like my future. I didn't really have security where I was going, and then kind of COVID hit, and I got an opportunity. The Bears gave me an opportunity to go to the Roosters, and I kind of started believing myself a lot more there. When I was playing for the Roosters, I started playing some pretty good footy, and it just kind of built from there, and
So the time frame, was COVID the start of flag, or was it the end of it, or during the middle of it?
Yeah, so I go from my first year of flag was 2019, whilst I was still at school.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And that was with the North Sydney Bears. I would have been 17 at the time. And then I went into a pre-season with the New South Wales Cup squad at the Bears.
Yeah.
But COVID hit that year, and it kind of affected that whole year. We played in it was like a President's Cup.
Bit of Newcastle, bit of Sydney.
Bit of Newcastle. I think it was Dubbo team. So it was kind of like a comp it was like an 8-week comp due to COVID.
Yeah.
But then it was the following year, 2021.
It was a full year of...
Was when I was given the opportunity to go to flag at the Roosters. Yeah. And that was probably the season where I was like, oh, yeah, I've got a good chance of making it.
Yeah, so for obviously I'll word this probably for the younger audience, you've gone for, say, the Manly development.
Yep.
You couldn't crack it there.
Yep.
Okay. And then you've gone from North Sydney, the Bears, and you've gone through adversity, obviously, earlier with, breaking your leg, playing through. And then the opportunity then with the setback with COVID.
Yep.
Going through flag.
Yep.
You played 2 years of Roosters flag.
Yeah, 2 years.
Captain for both, or captain for the second year?
I was made captain about halfway through the first year.
First year, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And tell us everyone how that that changed you when you became captain of the Roosters flag, or
Yeah, I felt like probably, it just gave me a bit more, I guess, ownership. Took it as a bit of a personal challenge. I hadn't really done much in my really, really younger days, but proper leadership. That was probably my first real exposure to it, footy-wise, at a decent level. And I kind of just jumped at the opportunity. I remember when Tony Barnes was the coach at the time, said, "Mate, you're going to be captain." At first, it felt a bit awkward, but then once I kind of got my head around it and started believing in myself, it was something I really embraced and enjoyed. It was an awesome experience. And then I guess the year after, because I was a year younger that year, I was kind of in the side, but I was captain, but there was older boys as well.
Yeah.
So it was like, at the time, I was like, do I deserve to be? Do you know what I mean? Like, especially when you have boys you kind of looking up to at that time.
Yeah, of course.
But then the year,
you're so humble.
Yeah, the year after, you're like, I was captain again, and it was
This is your team.
Yeah, and I felt like that really in my game.
And you played against second year grand final against Penrith against Katoa, didn't you?
No, it was a semi-final.
Semi-final,
mate.
yeah. Oh,
So what actually happened? So
yeah.
So I think the Dogs signed me the start of that year. So it was, I think it was April 2022. They signed me for the following year.
Yeah.
So I knew that whole year that I'd be going to the Dogs the next year.
Yeah.
But I was playing Flag and Cup that year, so Roosters and Bears. And week 1 of the semi-finals, I was in the Bears side. Penrith first grade rested all their players, so their reserve grade players
dropped down. Yeah.
all went up to play grade. So they had like a mixture of Flag and Ron Massey players playing their reserve grade.
Yes, they lost.
And we had a stacked New South Wales Cup team, but we lost week 1 finals to Penrith, the side that was depleted. And then we lost to the Dogs in Cup the week after. And then went back to Flag and played against Penrith again and lost to them again. Yeah, so it was three finals games in a row.
That was the year we Seb Chris.
Yeah, Canberra, North Sydney Oval. That was a frustrating game to watch. That one.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That Penrith one.
The Penrith one?
Yeah, frustrating.
Yeah.
Bit of talent in that field, but wasn't there?
There was, actually. Yeah.
Both teams.
Looking at it now.
Both teams, yeah.
Yeah.
So your first year with the Dogs was that 2023?
Yeah, so the end of 2022 was the start of the pre-season, but 23 was the first year of footy. Yep.
And what was that like, walking into them doors the first time?
It was crazy. Well, I'm here. I'm here. Let's give it a shot. And I walked in. To be honest, I don't think anyone really knew who I was. I was just some unknown kid from Reggie's, really.
Yep.
And I was obviously nervous but so excited. And I was lucky. I kind of had Harry Edwards, who's been in here, trained here a fair bit when he was down here. He helped me heaps, kind of find my feet, helped me be comfortable, I guess. But I walked in and everyone embraced me, and I just kind of had a goal of just ripping in, training hard, and hoping everything went from there. And lucky enough, it worked out.
Your story is like a really of perseverance and obviously working hard to get where you got, where you want to and where your goal is. And I want to word this like correctly again, but obviously you're a good player. Now, there's no doubt, obviously, you're talented to get where you were, but you weren't, say, a prodigy that someone was going like, there's Mitch Woods coming through, there's Katoa coming through, there's this, edge back row, Sia Wong, he's going to be like a superstar. You probably didn't have that tag on you growing up, okay? But then you look at your career trajectory, like in that last 3 years, it's like, it's probably surpassed, a lot of people's expectations, and that's being honest.
Yeah.
What was the mindset like growing up and like in the earlier sort of rep years that you weren't signed by the Roosters, okay? Like looking at the Roosters now, they're like, how the fuck do you let Jacob Preston go? And he was in their system, being the captain of the Jersey flag team. Yep. What were your thoughts during that period? Like just taking the opportunity. Because I remember like during COVID time, wearing your bloke shorts, your bloke socks. Like I got an opportunity to go to a different club, and I was like, "Fuck, Jakey!" Like, you know what I mean? Like, who would say like you got to take that train trial contract to do a full circle moment, and get offered by the Dogs. Yeah. What happened there? How did it all happen?
Yeah, so I'll go back to COVID. When we could, we were training here pretty much.
Every day.
Yeah, whenever the restrictions allowed us to kind of be here, we were here. We were training every day, which was massive, wasn't it? I remember that's probably the fittest I was pre-training NRL. Like that was probably the fittest I'd ever been. During that COVID period, I was delivering mail and then training with you two, and
that's what you're doing.
Yeah, it was literally like a lifestyle of just grinding away. And I kind of fell in love with it. It was just training hard, and it was awesome. And then I got once I kind of got the opportunity in terms of footy stuff. I just fell in because of my love for footy. I just jumped at any opportunity and just ran with that, to be honest. I was never really, I never really kicked stones about anything. You know what I mean? Like I just loved the game, so it was never really going to disappoint me. Just whenever I got given an opportunity, I guess just making sure I have a red hot crack and rip in and never take advantage of it.
I think there's probably a lot to learn from your story in terms of, like, as you said, wasn't maybe the most, to be fair, he had talent, but he wasn't obviously the standout talent, right, in terms of everyone was talking about. But I think there's a lot to be said about being passionate about something.
Yep.
All right, and willing to work hard and stay consistently working hard at something, and that sums up his career.
100%. He debuted at what, 22?
21.
21 years old, and this is where like I think now more and more, with hope that they bring back under 20s comp and the cup gets stronger, that you don't have to debut at 18 years old anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Because for a couple of years, like if you don't make it at 18, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of saying to those young kids, if you're kind of developed late, physically and maybe mentally, with your discipline, that if you start switching on, like obviously earlier than 18 you want to, but you can make it into your 20s.
Later,
yeah. And look at the guy Cody Walker, debuted at 27. Had a great career. I don't think everyone has to be sort of an 18-year-old that is debuting that early. Like you can sort of grind away, get your opportunity. It's just there's always an opportunity for a hard worker. It's very rarely that you'll find someone that really deserves a chance. Because coaches do notice that now too. Yeah.
Well, I look at it. I kind of probably over the course of 4 years, probably played 3-4 years of Jersey flag and then a fair few games of cup, and I reckon it probably gave me a good grounding instead of just jumping straight into the NRL system. It kind of made me appreciate, once I got to the NRL system, how special it was to be there, how lucky I was to be training every day, doing what I love. So I reckon that was a great kind of pathway into full-time training.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, you got the call. How did the whole Bulldogs thing happen? How'd they find you? What was the initial thing with the Dogs?
Yeah, so it was either just before my first game of cup or just after my first game of cup. I'm not too sure the exact date, but yeah, my manager called me and said the Bulldogs are keen to have a chat to you, and I was buzzing. I was like, "Wow, this is awesome." And then he goes, "Yeah, Phil Gould wants to meet you." I'm like, "Whoa." Do you know what I mean?
Was it Chinese or a coffee?
No, it was Jacob. And I said it before. I was just buzzing. I was like a little kid in a candy shop. Meeting up with Phil Gould, and my manager drove me out that day when we met up, and I remember I was just walking in sweating. I was going to shake the hands. You got the money. You know what I mean? Like that kind of vibe. And but no, that was it was awesome. It was a cool experience, and he told me what he saw in me, and it kind of offered me that deal, and we jumped at it, and I'm very happy I did, and so we signed. That was probably April 2022 for the following year.
Crazy. And how they found you? Obviously, there's like we're looking at you like statistically. That's how they kind of spot you out. Obviously, you're
I believe so. Yeah.
Obviously, like 1%ers, F areas.
Yeah.
Which people like probably see your game. They love that about you.
Yeah, I think I started that year of footy pretty good.
Your cup, you've played some good games of cup
so
over the year. Scored some good tries, and I think that's when it sort of all started to kick off a bit.
Yeah, so that was probably just lucky enough to be playing good footy, and it, I guess, kind of right place, right time was the kind of player they were looking for, just to give an opportunity, and very grateful that I got that chance. And like I said, what I was alluding to earlier, that if I was ever going to get given a chance, I was never going to take the piss out of it, never going to take it for granted. I'd always 100% rip into the opportunity I was given.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, so don't want to obviously ask you anything wrongly, but last 3 years of Dogs have been like a big, obviously, transition.
Yep.
And Ciro came in the early stages, and just like, what's been the big cultural shift you feel that the Dogs have really been trying to implement the last few years, and what's the big thing that you guys pride yourself on?
Yeah, I was firstly just talk about Ciro. He's been so good. Like honestly, when you asked about how my game's kind of jumped, it's honestly down to him. Everything that he's taught me so far in my short career so far has honestly each year elevated my game, and there's always been stuff we're working on, and he strives to make you a better player, and I'm really love working under him. He's really got my game to where it is at the moment, but I know I've got so much more to improve on. So really looking forward to the years ahead. But in terms of where we were in 2023 to now, I'd say each year we've just gradually been getting better. Obviously 23 was a very tough year for the club, I guess. We didn't have too many wins, but I think it was the start of the building blocks that Ciro was trying to implement into the club, and started developing younger players. I think Bailey Hayward that year started to was training with us every session. Harry Hayes kind of got a bit of exposure there. Didn't play until 2024, but both of them were training, and just building players that Ciro obviously wanted to saw the future of the club in. And then 24, I think we lost the first 2 games, but just started to have a bit of success in middle of the season, and then we lost to Manly in the semi-final, but you could see where the club was heading. And then 25, obviously we started the year really red hot. And we've ended the year as the best defensive team, but we know we've got so much more improvement left in us. Obviously we didn't end the year how we liked. We would have liked to, but I'm really, really optimistic about where we're heading, and I know with Ciro at the helm, we're heading in the right direction. He's the man for the job.
Because the thing is, like, sometimes people watch the game and go, these guys aren't working hard enough in training, but to be professional footballer, you've got to be working so fucking hard.
I think every club trains hard.
Has to be training hard.
But you also look like, like 23, Ciro comes in, takes a while to get his structure, his system. Like, you look at Parramatta with Jason Rolls this year, from where they were last year to where they are now, and then they're only going to be better next year because they're starting to know his systems, and it's the same as with Ciro coming in. Like, there's always going to be that transition period, and it's probably only really next year until you're really going to start to see those systems and structure in place.
I think the first year was a bit of teething, and Ciro says that as well. There was teething issues, but it really started to kind of click 24, and then 25 just keeps building, and hopefully next year we just keep building off it, improving our game, and you just want to keep jumping up and going bigger and better. And which is the ultimate goal is to win a comp, and that's what we want to do. The Bulldogs club deserves a premiership. It hasn't had one since 04. Melis knows.
Darkness.
That's it. What'd you say?
Darkness.
There's light. That's the clear light. The goal is to win a comp, so that's what we're striving towards.
Was there, I've got this one game. Was there a game or a moment that you're like, where it is a different club? Was there a certain period you're like, fuck, this is a different team this year?
In terms of
just so you're on the right track. It's a different it's just a different level. Like, we're actually, I can see us improving.
I think the game. I think round 4 we knocked off Cronulla at Cronulla. That gave
this
us,
year,
this year that gave us heaps of confidence, definitely. But a moment that I cherish for as a club was probably Good Friday this year. We got to do a walkover from the Pullman where we stay to the hotel, and just to be able to see the fans that embraced us there. That was just crazy, and it just shows how passionate the fan base is, and I guess the size of the club that is Canterbury Bulldogs. There's fans everywhere, far and wide, and
I love it.
Honestly, so lucky to play for them. It's unreal.
You look very different if you weren't in blue and white, mate. Tell you that much.
Scary thought, isn't it?
Very happy.
Scary thought. I just want to track back a little bit in terms of individually as a player and what it kind of looks like from a day-to-day perspective, being a professional athlete, being an NRL player. For the young kids, young footballers out there. Just give them a little bit of an insight as what a day-to-day looks like. Let's say for example now you're not training, but let's say when you go back to pre-season.
Yeah. No, obviously there's a lot of. It's probably a 7 till 6 o'clock day. They're long pre-season, long days. You obviously have your video sessions, your wrestle sessions, gym sessions, field sessions. They're long days, but that's what makes you the players you become. I guess you got to put in the work. You got to put in those hours to kind of earn the right to be where you're at. So they're long days, but like I said, it's worth it in the end. It kind of makes you who you are. Definitely toughens you up, strengthens you up, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I love it. So but I guess you have to fall in love with that side of things to be able to play rugby league on the weekend. You know what I mean? It's not just turn up for an hour a day and train, and you're not doing that. Rugby league is a professional sport now, a full-time sport, and with that comes in long days, hard work, and the ultimate reward is going out and playing rugby league on the weekend. once the season comes around.
And everyone hears it, but what's an NRL preseason really like?
Yeah.
For the people out there who probably don't really understand.
Nah, it's bloody tough. It's obviously extremely tough. Well, you have those days and they just compound, and you kind of sore every day. You're getting through it, and you wouldn't think that the next day would be hard, but then it's even harder than the day before. And but like I said, it just makes you. Once the season comes around, you're so ready to go. It just sets you up for the year ahead. And look, you gotta love it. We all love it. That's why we do what we do. And I'm very grateful to be able to do it as a job. I can't complain at all.
And obviously, I think Gussie and a few people have touted you as a future club captain of the Dogs. And I know last year you guys had the Army camp. Was last year the Army camp? 2 years ago?
2 years ago. Well, we had one last year, but 2 years ago was the one in Brizzy.
2 years ago with Brizzy, and that's where was Critter's first.
Critter turned up,
Critter turned up, and he's a year, 25 now? He's probably a year older than you.
He's a year older than me,
won 3 competitions.
Yeah.
And what's the influence of having someone around, someone close to your age, come to the club that's, obviously had a massive success at Panthers, and what has he brought to the playing group? Is it, necessarily just the professionalism or the confidence? Is it all of it, or just the belief in you guys? And
I think it's all those put into one. He turned up to that camp, and it was just, I think a couple of people have said it was crazy to kind of see how good he was as a leader. He turned up and just kind of ran the whole thing, to be honest, put everyone on his back, it was awesome to see. And then from that day, I think it was pretty evident that he's going to be the club captain, and he's done an awesome job since he's done that. I think he won Captain of the Year in 2024. Yeah. This year was incredible as well, and it's just how he connects people. I don't know. He understands each individual for who they are, and can bring those what they needed, he hold people accountable as well, which is what you need in a successful organisation. And he does such a great job at that. He's been unreal for our club, and he's only going to get better as he grows up as well, which is a scary thought.
Scary thought, being so young.
Being so young, he's got a very level head on him as well. With all the success, you wouldn't know. I guess you wouldn't know that he's had all that success in terms of how he acts. He doesn't act doesn't carry it on. He just wants more success.
Yeah,
he wants to keep winning.
Because come early in his career, people thought he was I think it was a Canberra moment, the Pine moment. When,
bit of ego about him, but that's just competitive, 100%. Isn't it, really?
Last 3-4 years, the last 2 years of the Dogs, you see so much what he's brought, as a leader for the club. But now, obviously, this is going to be your 4th year of NRL, and as you trajectory of becoming who you are, one of the leaders of the club. What is your main thing you're trying to work on? To bring those younger boys up through the pre-season. Is there something you try and instill in them? And
100%. Direction? I guess every year I get older, and I'd like to just start to try and help out leadership-wise, and just kind of, I don't know. I guess for me, it's just ripping in at training and going hard. That's kind of something I pride myself on, and kind of showing the younger boys kind of the way, I guess, in terms of how we train at the Bulldogs, which is exactly what Critter did and Kicks did when they came to the club. They kind of showed me that, and just helping them show the younger boys that's how we do things at the Bulldogs. I guess is ripping in at training and leaving no stone unturned.
Kind of train hard and
It sounds very cliche, but
the Dogs of War mentality.
That's what we pride ourselves on. Just ripping in at training, and literally once you're on the field, once you cross that white line, it's time to rip in. And I guess I learned a bit from the Kangaroos camp aspects from that as well. So hopefully just go from there, and see what happens.
And for 2026, do you have many goals set out?
Yeah.
Obviously big personal goals.
Definitely. Number one's to win a comp.
Yeah.
I want to win a comp. That's the ultimate goal. I like to see Melos at the
Mad Monday.
At the Leeds Club.
We really want to see him.
I'll be taking tours of work.
2 days, that's all.
Public holiday.
Obviously you have your personal goals.
Yep.
Playing towards the World Cup at the end of the year, but that all comes from playing good footy for Dogs, having success with the Dogs, and winning a comp would be the ultimate goal. So, yeah, that's where my mind's at right now. Is just winning the comp with the dogs. Honestly, it would be
Dream come true.
dream come true. You know, just want to make it happen.
Yeah, I want to. So obviously, like you said, obviously being a professional rugby league player is a 24/7 job and career, and you got obviously lovely partner Anne and your family. So what are the things you kind of put outside of rugby league to really bring the best out of you on the field? Obviously, you need some time to switch off and recover. We know you go to Riggs as well.
Riggs Brookvale, shout out.
Yeah, that's it. See?
Riggs Brookvale.
Assist.
Through the gap.
So what are the things you really try and, the family time, your friendships, spending time with the big dog?
Yeah.
What are the main things you do to kind of relax yourself and...
Yeah, well, that's probably one of the hardest things is finding times outside of footy.
The season far out.
Because I guess on my days off, especially this year, I kind of got in a bit of a routine where I was just literally prioritising how I looked after my body. So I was spending like 2 or 3 hours a day on my days off, making sure that I was getting myself ready for the next day. So obviously spending time at Riggs, but then also when I can, catching up with family, catching up with friends, which I must say this year was a lot harder than previous years, just due to how I don't know, I just seem to have a mindset of getting myself just right for footy this year. But yeah, I like to spend time with my missus, with my family. That's where I'm probably at my happy place away from footy.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm
Your
studying.
dog?
Yeah, my dog Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper.
Obviously, studying at university, which can also make it hard to catch up with people as well away from footy.
Yeah.
Criminology?
Criminology. So yeah, there's times where I have to do assessments as well. So yeah, I just love getting down to the beach, especially in summer. Just everything I guess people on the northern beaches like to do.
Yeah.
Family, friends, beach, missus.
Yeah.
And hanging out, I guess.
There's not much time left after, is there?
Nah, there isn't. Honestly, isn't. And it's it can be tough at times trying to, fit it all in.
It's fucking hard.
Especially with all the travel you do as well.
Yeah. It's been good having Harry Hayes, but
Big hazard.
Since he's moved to the beaches, it's been good having someone to kind of drive with. And Jan, we've some interesting conversations with
Loves
Harry.
Jan.
What are you talking about? What's Harry's favourite?
We've had some absolute war stories, me and Harry. We can talk about really random stuff, to be honest, but
probably keep that off camera.
Away from footy, like I said, it's just family, friends, my missus.
Yeah.
And
that's all you need, mate.
that's all you need.
That's all you
Recovery.
need.
Simplicity,
Simple life, good food.
Simple life, that's it.
And then obviously in the off season, I'm in with you guys a lot. That's kind of like I love doing this as well. This time of year is awesome. We get to spend a bit more time together training. It's almost like a little mini pre-season, getting us ready for.
That's how I treat it.
Is that
what you're thinking about?
He's waiting for a trial contract. He's ready to go.
But no, this time
Masters
of year,
NRL.
this time of year is good. I get to see you guys more often.
Yeah.
Get to spend more quality time with Ian. Go on holidays. It's good. Try to make the most of this time to see my friends and family, which is what I love doing.
It's beautiful, bro.
Yeah. I'm a bit of a softie at heart.
We know that. We know that.
We all.
Amazing.
That's awesome, brother.
Yeah. I think that's
great.
Yeah, wrap that up, eh?
Awesome. We'll get made.
I want to ask you just one question.
Yeah. Ask. Fire away.
You should make this little thing towards the end of the year. What are your future goals as individuals, and then also where do you see EMP going in the future?
Tough.
I put it on you right now. This is
Tough.
unexpected.
No, look.
I think as to be honest, like me and Luke both will agree on this. First 5 years at NRL has been so fucking tough. It's been very tough but very rewarding.
Yeah.
Having 2 lockdowns, and the people that we've met in here and the bonds we've formed with individuals and they've formed with each other has been the most amazing thing.
Yeah.
And for EMP, full circle moment. When we first started this, we love footy and we love the brand, and footy's always brought me and Luke together.
Yep.
And as we move towards that, we'll focus more on performance, I think, really on that strength and conditioning, and really focus on the word strength and conditioning. And for us, it's like growing the brand, making us one of the best training places on the beaches, and just continue to grow that, get a bigger space eventually one day, and just be really. I would love to be known as like top tier training.
Yeah.
And our motto is like pursue potential, and that's something we're really, really nailing on now. Is like it's a place that, you know, if you want to come in this gym or in the future gym, that the ability to get anywhere you want to, you know, get to, as long as you put the work in, and that can be just like, you know, playing with your kids, or, you know, aspiring to be a rugby league player, or anything like that.
Yep.
You know, and that's where really want to forge a place that believes in that, creates the best individuals around.
Yeah, and it's probably like a lot of similarities, you know, like obviously, you know, we both, you know, growing up, a lot of similarities with how we do things, but it's probably, you know, just really focusing and diving in on just training hard, doing it consistently, you know, and you do those little small 1% things, you're going to perform at your best, regardless of what that may be.
Yeah.
You know, whether that's through your sport or through life.
Yeah.
You know, like, and 100%, like Mel said, like, we want to be known as that performance brand. You know, we're going to help you perform at your best, regardless of what it may be. You know, you don't necessarily need to be an athlete as much as we love working with players like yourself. You know, but a lot of our members are parents.
Yeah.
But they're in here training hard, training consistently to be the best they can be.
Yeah, it makes it, 100%.
And it goes full 360 moment. Obviously, we kind of touched on this when we were filming. Everything's like the last 5-10 years is so data driven, and I understand that. But like, you look at the best teams in the world and what they do. They always go, "Fuck, we train hard."
Yeah.
Like, we just train hard, and obviously the levels for individuals in gyms can be different, but you know, a lot of like gyms have like tippy-toe around the word functional training and like all that kind of shit, but like, I want to be known as a gym that trains fucking hard. And when we go to these, you know, fit like competitions, I know we're a small kind of gym, but it doesn't matter the level they're entering, like we always do really well. We always do really, really well. And it comes down to like individuals in this group pushing each other and fucking ripping in. Like, some like mums and dads that come here and they're like, fuck, and I'm like, oh, they inspire me to train hard, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
And you never, ever regret a fucking good session. Like, it can just change your mood, change the way you feel, and the more and more we can push people out of that comfort zone and, you know, believe in themselves they can do more, is like, that's our fucking job. Our job is to believe in the individual more than they believe in themselves, and then it kind of, the big domino falls from there, and you keep on going. So just want EMP to get a big fucking training brand, you know, eventually get more apparel, more training subs and everything, and just be known as that fucking, the brand that, you know, pushes people.
100%.
Helps you pursue potential. That's pretty much it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Pleasure having you,
Thanks,
big boy.
big dog.
Now let's train.
Let's train.